really been given anything, so I basically had to go work for mine. I mean, I only played 1 year of high school. I never really played that many years of football, so I had to go the extra mile. And when you want something bad, you gotta go get it. Ain't nothing gonna be handed to you.
First shot of the day. I believe this is how Seth says it. What I'm currently going through, Seth says, I am going through it. I'm currently going through it. I think this morning I had like an allergy attack, allergic reaction maybe, I don't know. But it is rough out here. Been like sneezing, coughing, sniffling. So basically what I normally do on a daily basis, except like really
man,
really
this
bad.
Is your room. Come in, turn on the lights, unlock the door, talk, make yourself comfortable.
I was just needed somewhere to relax, so in my room right now.
You say in
Dude, open your Gymshark stuff, you lazy guy.
It's not being lazy, it's fucking saving it for the right moment. AKA the gym. The gym.
Jesus. Alright, so I'm sounding like a broken record at this point. And I understand I am. First of all, I'm drinking a beer. I don't know why. I like never ever drink beer. I know I'm allergic to something and I have crazy allergies. Like how I'm sounding right now is 1,000 times better than what I sounded like all day. That's not like my immune system. That's like an allergic reaction or something like that. Like that's what was going on. So please stop in the comments telling me to take care of myself because I'm trying the best I can. But I do kind of want to share a story that I saw today. Lately, Maniac's been being really annoying and just watching a ton of inspirational videos. Like every time he wakes up, he just watches like a Rocky montage, and then there's like a speech in the background and nice like music, like nice inspirational like hype music.
You said to the kid, it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
And then at the very end, like, you know, Rocky knocks out the dude and the guy falls on the ground. I was gonna say Apollo, but I don't think he doesn't beat Apollo, does he? Not in the first one.
Naturally, skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
Then it's like a super hype. And then Nick gets really motivated, and then he goes to the gym and works hard. So like that's what's been going on a lot in the house lately. And he started doing it, and so other people started watching it, and then I kind of started watching some of them. There's some really good ones, you know. That's nothing. I watched Creed on the way back from Australia, and I wanted to fight the old lady next to me. I was just like, I will fight anyone. I'm so hyped, so inspired, and you know, I can edit the shit out of a video right now. But the thing about those videos is that most of them, you know, like there's a fictional character in them. There's Rocky, or there's like the Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness. Like he also has like a huge speech in that. Like usually it's like a movie or a fictional thing, or it's just like a montage of LeBron or Jordan just slamming on everybody. It's not really like a rags to riches story. Not rags to riches, but it's not like a story of you know, pursuit and motivation and fighting and powering through. Because yes, obviously Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, you know, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, the best people in their sports, like those are usually like what people make montages out of, or like those hype videos. But you know, there's not a sense of like powering through usually in those guys. Like obviously they work extremely hard and they're very passionate about what they do, but if you're going to be that good at something, you have to have a level of talent that just exceeds everything else. So you have to like kind of ride on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
But I just read a real life story that for some reason, like, I kind of connect with. It's really kind of crazy. So if you guys don't know, I'm a huge college football fan. American football, for those of you that aren't from America. The team that I go for the most is ECU. The ECU Pirates. It's a college out of Greenville. Both of my parents went there. I basically was raised an ECU fan. We went every single year, had season tickets, went every Saturday. It's just something that we did as a family. So there was a point in my life where I could tell you the roster and the depth chart of every single, player on the team for like 3 to 4 years straight. Like from like, honestly, like 2006 to 2010, I was like the top ECU fan. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, in middle school and in high school, like, I was a die-hard ECU fan. And if I hadn't been that, this story that I read wouldn't have been as big of a deal. Like, it wouldn't have meant as much to me or hit me as hard. Because I just read that a player from ECU, he played at ECU, he was a running back, he just got picked up by the Seattle Seahawks, a professional NFL team, to play football for them. But the craziest thing is that he stopped playing ECU football in 2010, and he just got picked up like 3 days ago. So this guy, his name is Giovanni Ruffin. The thing about him, there's so many things that I actually do remember. So of course 2010 was like the 2009 and 2010 when this guy played at ECU. Those were the years when I was like still really super invested into the team. And he was a running back, but he wasn't the main running back for ECU at the time. We had another dude named Jonathan Williams. He was the guy that, he took the kick returns. He ran the ball most of the time. And then this guy, Giovanni Ruffin, he would only, he would run it whenever the other guy wasn't running it. So he was like a second string kind of, but he played a lot of the game. Like, he played a majority of most games. I still remember the roster. I mean, we had this guy named Dominique Davis. His last name was Davis. My first name is Davis. That's how I remembered that. And then he was the quarterback at the time. And then Dwayne Harris, who eventually went to the Cowboys, and I don't know where he's playing now, but he was like our star player. Like, he was the best player in the game, like, or the best player on our team at the time. But this guy, Giovanni Ruffin, in between seasons, I think it was right before his senior year, he got into trouble. He got suspended. I think he got suspended for the whole year. I'm not quite sure. I'm basically just going off of memory. I haven't really even researched it that much. But he got suspended with another guy, and for something crazy. And I remember my dad. I still remember my dad being like, "Yo, our second string, running back. Like, he actually did really well in the postseason. He like got a couple touchdowns in our bowl games or whatever. Like, he he's no longer on the team. He like got arrested for something." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." And then that was the last time I ever heard the name. Obviously I still watched ECU football. He wasn't on the team. No clue where he went. But that's the thing with watching college sports. Like, these guys are your idols, and then they're seniors, and then they graduate, and then they go on to have professional careers that aren't football, and then you kind of forget about them. I mean, that's just how college football works. Then randomly today, I find out that this guy is going to the Seahawks. So I was like, what? I started looking him up, and it turns out over the past 5 years, he has done nothing but train. Like, nothing but try to prove himself, because he got suspended in college, so he didn't have that buzz coming out of college, and he didn't even have that much buzz when he was in college, because he wasn't like the primary running back. He didn't have this crazy amount of running yards or like receiving yards or touchdowns or anything really crazy impressive. Like, he was a solid athlete for a college sports team, and we were like mediocre at the time. I think we like went 7-7 or 6-6 or something like that. Like, we were okay. So anybody else in their right mind in that situation is like, hey, this kind of sucks. Got to make the best of the situation. I'm gonna, try to figure out where my life is right now. Like, I don't know if he got kicked out of school or just kicked out of the football team, but that's a situation where you're like, dang, that kind of sucks. Like, what do I do now? But what this guy did is he trained for 5 years. He never gave up. He started a YouTube channel and like vlogged his. He decided he wanted to vlog his progression training to get to the NFL. So this guy has daily vlogs, he has inspirational, motivational videos. He's doing all of this in order to try to achieve his dream to continue to play football and to play football at the highest level. and he's jacked. I mean, he's got muscles in every single inch of his body, and it's like you can really tell that like throughout these workout videos that he's doing that he is like grinding. He's giving it his all, and he didn't give his all for like 6 months. He gave his all for 5 years. But I would encourage you guys to go watch his like motivational video on his YouTube channel. I'll link it right here. It's like if you're in the need, you know, if you're in the mood to watch one of these inspirational videos and you don't want to watch something that's like fictional, it's like, you know, Rocky Balboa beating the crap out of somebody, or you know, or somebody in a movie going from rags to riches, or struggling through success, and you want to watch a real story, this is one right here. Now, who knows how it's going to end, because it seems like it's just now getting to the climax point of the story. However his Seattle Seahawks career is going to go, he's probably going to, you know, play for the practice team, or maybe not make the traveling team. He probably won't. He just play at home, or like, you know, sit the bench at home games, or, you know, he may play. Depends on how hard he works, but it's just a crazy story. And what's crazier about it is that I'm probably one of the only people in the entire world that remembers watching this guy play when he was in college, because he was just like a regular athlete, not an American all-star. So I don't want to turn this video into like an inspirational play the background musics while I do a speech, but I do think that is really important for you. I mean, you hear it a million times. It is really important to never give up. And if you want something bad enough, like to the point where you are mentally crazy and you'll do anything to get it, you can get it. As weird as it sounds, I'm kind of an example of that. Dropped everything, and now I'm living something that at one point could only have been a dream. So I know this vlog was mostly just me telling a story, but I hope that story meant something to you, because it definitely, you know, meant something to me. You know, the ECU football is a big part of my life, and it was a huge part of my dad's life. And then to tie that into motivation and to what I'm doing now, it's really weird. It's just one big circle of life. I don't think that's right, but it sounded nice at the time. That's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Hitch. Another day, another vlog. I'll see you next time.